Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time seeing my face, hi, my name is Monica and I post videos all about personal finance. So that includes budgeting during a crisis, budgeting after a crisis, all about these stimulus checks, investing, and all things money. So if you are interested in topics like those, you already know what to do. Be sure to subscribe down below to the channel. Join this community of people who are learning all about these stimulus checks. Also, please like this video. It really helps my channel out so much. And lastly, turn on your post notifications so you never miss any of my stimulus check updates or any of my uploads. So today we are going to start off with an update on the IRS phone number. So the IRS did say they are adding 3,500 new telephone operators to handle the phone lines. Now, I have had some subscribers say they called and waited for 2 hours to finally talk to someone and get their questions answered. But for the most part, I don't think they can handle the sheer volume of people who are calling. I know some who have waited and they never reached anyone. So there have been quite a lot of issues with the IRS's phone number, as I'm sure you all know by now. 3,500 new people to handle millions of people who have not received their money yet is definitely a drop in the bucket. So I will stay on top of this. I will let you know if there are any new updates in regards to the IRS phone number. I do hope that they are able to get more telephone operators in there. But what I believe is happening is they are training a lot of these operators. One of my subscribers told me that when he called the telephone line, he reached an operator who had no idea who he was. He didn't even have his computer set up. He had no information on anything. So it seems a lot of these telephone operators are very new, or maybe they've been out of the swing of things for a while, but these telephone operators don't seem to really even know what is going on. But I will let you know of any future updates in regards to the IRS's phone number. Actually, a similar thing happened here in New York in regards to unemployment. I finally was able to collect my unemployment, and what was happening was I would call the phone number, it would give me some type of busy signal, or if I was able to get through, it would send me through all of these prompts to never bring me to a telephone operator, and it was so frustrating. A representative would never pick up the phone, but finally on Monday I called. I was able to reach a representative who was able to complete my claim and start sending out my unemployment insurance, which was amazing news. So I think when it comes to the IRS's phone number, it's going to take a little bit of patience. And I'm learning the name of the game with the IRS is patience, because first of all, we can't reach anyone on the phone line, haven't received our checks yet. So rather than me pulling out my hair and stressing out for my Memorial Day weekend, I'm trying to just exhale and be as patient as I can, knowing that the money will come hopefully sooner rather than later. So one thing we do know is most recipients of SSI, Ssdi, VA, Railroad Retirement, Social Security beneficiaries are eligible for the $1,200 stimulus payment. Now, with the way the IRS is speaking, a majority of people will see their checks on Wednesday, May 27th and Friday, May 29th. Now, they've brought up the date, May 27th, multiple times, and we've seen, as a rule, most big batches of stimulus checks being sent out on a Wednesday. We know the first checks were sent out on April 15th. That was the biggest batch of them all. Then we got another big batch on May 13th. We got another batch on the 20th, and we will definitely get another batch on the 27th. As a rule, I think that's just an accounting thing with the IRS, but most batches of checks are sent out on Wednesdays. So any and everyone who didn't receive a check yet, they are sending out a big push to get those checks sent out before the end of the month. Now, the Senate is currently on break until after the Memorial Day weekend, so we should see them start looking at the second round of stimulus next week. I believe that we will see them start discussing it, start seeing what options we have, starting next week as well as the first week of June. In the next couple of weeks, we should have some type of proposal, some type of solid proposal that they can go ahead and sign off on, vote on, send over to the president, get it signed, and get the ball moving with all of the stimulus checks round 2. I also want to address a question that was asked about a letter certain congressional leaders sent out by one of my wonderful subscribers. I will include her name on the screen. So on May 11th, there was a letter sent out from 8 senators to the IRS talking about how they messed up a lot of people's stimulus checks. Some people weren't able to enter in their dependent information, and now they have to wait until next year to claim the extra $500 for their dependent. So in regards to that, the IRS has not given out a formal statement as of yet. I'll be sure to let you know when they do, but as of right now, you can only claim that $500 for your dependent next year if you were not able to enter in your information by May 5th, which is completely unfair because it is the IRS's fault that all of the mix-up was happening in the first place and that people weren't getting their checks. So now they created this deadline, people missed the deadline, and now they have to wait until next year. I really do hope that in the next round of stimulus checks that they fix the issues that happened this first round. Now, the Social Security Administration has said representative payees, or those whose payments are managed by another person, will begin receiving their stimulus payments. As we can see, the Wednesday rule in terms of the IRS, it will most likely be sent out on May 27th. So that is the date that they are telling a lot of representative payee, Social Security beneficiaries to look out for. Let's move on to a quick Q&A. Let's start off with Ssdi. So the first question, what if my stimulus deposit or check is missing? Now, some disability recipients haven't received their payments when they thought they should have. First, go to the Get My Payment tool and see if it tells you when and where your payment was deposited or sent. If you have a representative payee, check with the payee to see if he or she received it. The IRS has deposited stimulus money into some representative payee bank accounts as well. Similarly, the IRS has deposited stimulus money into the bank accounts of some disability recipients' former lawyers who had helped the recipients get disability benefits. So maybe if you worked with a lawyer in the past and they helped you along with your disability claim or with the whole process for that, they may have received your stimulus check as well. So I would check all the options, make sure it's not with your representative payee, make sure your lawyer didn't receive it, make sure it wasn't sent to a closed bank account or an old address. Check all of the options and see what is the case with your missing check. When will I get the stimulus check? Now, the IRS processed payments for Social Security disability recipients who have not filed tax returns all the way back on April 29th. SSI and veterans benefit recipients who did not file tax returns, who received their monthly payment electronically, should have received their stimulus payments by May 13th, which is obviously not the case, but they are giving another push for a lot of these checks to be sent out this coming week. Now, the IRS will continue sending paper checks for those with higher incomes according to the schedule that I will include on the screen. The remainder of the checks will be sent in August and September. Now, the U.S. Treasury Department did announce that 4 million taxpayers will receive prepaid debit cards loaded with their stimulus payments. These are being sent to Americans for whom the IRS doesn't have bank account information, which could include some Social Security recipients. According to the IRS, Social Security recipients and railroad retirees who weren't required to file federal tax returns for 2018 or 2019 will receive their $1,200 stimulus payments automatically based on information that was contained in their 1099 benefit statement. So no additional paperwork is required according to the last guidance from the IRS. The IRS actually reversed an earlier decision and now says it will look at 1099 benefit statements, so that's Form SSA 1099 and Form RRB 1099, to get the information it needs to send out the $1,200 payments automatically. Stimulus payments will also go out automatically to Social Security Disability Insurance recipients, SSDI, who were not required to file tax returns for 2018 or 2019. Like Social Security beneficiaries, Ssdi beneficiaries also receive SSA 1099 benefit statements every January, which the IRS will use to send the payments. The IRS also has announced that people who receive compensation and pensions, CNP benefits, from the Department of Veterans Affairs will receive their stimulus payments automatically, even if they have not filed tax returns for 2018 or 2019. So that is it. That is your quick Q&A for SSI, SSDI, VA beneficiaries, railroad retirement beneficiaries, Social Security. That is your stimulus check update for today. As I said, a lot more of you will be seeing your checks on May 27th as well as May 29th. Thank you all for watching my videos. I also want to take this moment to say that I pray that you all receive your checks very, very quickly. And if you receive it on any of those dates, please come back to this video and let me know that you received it so I can absolutely celebrate with you. It's been a long time coming. It should never have taken this long, but I am definitely happy that you will finally have received your stimulus check. So if this video provided any value to you, please consider subscribing. Join this community so that you are up to date on all things related to the stimulus checks, stimulus packages, all things pandemic related. Also, if you want to know how to budget in the midst of a crisis, how to save money, how to invest for beginners, how to pay off some debt, also consider subscribing to this channel so I can provide that value for you. And that is it. That is your stimulus check update for today. Thanks once again for watching. Have a happy Memorial Day weekend, everyone. Sending you all lots of love and support during this crazy time. And until next time, I will catch you all in my next video. Bye, guys.